Howdy y'all, it's your favorite trainer, the Belt Buckle. Today we're going to help you get hired at Lifetime. This is a live class example of our internship here in San Diego. We also have Los Angeles and Santa Monica. We are online as well. So if you live in Colorado or Texas, you can still become a great trainer. So we're going to help Jazz, one of our interns, get hired at Lifetime. She did the resume, kicked ass. They called her back. We want you. Second step, design a program. For a client who wants to lose 25 pounds, their goals, arm, core, and legs. We have a left hip, a right shoulder issue. 4 times a week they want to work out, design a program for 6 weeks. So we're going to help Jazz create a program and send over to this hiring manager. The things that they're going to be looking for. Can you listen? Can you assess? So can you remember right now what I just said? Where are the injuries? Left and right. We want to be able to put into the assessment, right when you email them, right in there, PAR-Q. I want to make sure that this client, we don't know if it's a girl or guy, so they want to see if you're going to ask questions. Jazz, what does PAR-Q stand for?
Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire.
Good. So Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire. With the PAR-Q being complete, I'm assuming there's no red flags for coronary artery disease and that the client, he or she, is working with the physical therapist. If the client was self-diagnosed, then I'm going to want to do a screen. So when I'm working with my client, the screen that I would do in person would be shoulder flexion. I would do external, internal rotation. I want to see what they're capable of doing. When does pain present itself? And while I'm in that in-person session, if they're doing a push-up and it hurts them, I want to see them do a push-up. Are they doing it like a T? Well, then I'm going to cue them to drive into my arms, bring their elbows down. Don't drive through your traps. A lot of times pain can be caused due to poor or faulty movement. So we don't need to foam roll and activate all that bullshit. We need to see how they move. And I want to put that in the email that you send off. I want to make sure to do a movement screen with a push, with a banded pull, with a body weight squat, with some planks to see where I can add some value. Regress when appropriate and progress. The following 6-week program that I'm going to design is based off the notion that they have a general tendency to move all right with too much restrictions. I will note that if my client, typically when they have shoulder pain, I want to stay below the neck. I don't want to do stuff above my head. I want to stay out of the transverse plane, and I don't want to irritate the hip or the shoulder. So put that in writing. They want to see if you can give an appropriate program. I'm not going to write out 6 weeks. I think that's pretty stupid in my opinion. General Pop doesn't need a 6-week program. If it's online, it's different. I would do a week plan and then check in with them every time to see how they feel, and then next week we're going to progress. But for this demonstration today, I will write out the first week, and I'll give you examples of what the other weeks so you can film by yourself. So Jazz decided to do a push, a lower, a pull, a lower for the 4 workouts. We want to make sure when it comes to the tenets of programming, it's specific to the client's needs. So Jazz, for a beginner, would we want to go heavy or light, and why?
Lighter to strengthen ligaments and tendons.
We want to stick 10 plus reps to strengthen connective tissue, your ligaments and tendons. Those are avascular, they take a little longer to strengthen. We don't want to go less than 10. But also, because 25-pound weight loss is the goal, what would be some things you think they're looking for?
Cardio. Could you ask that again?
No, you're right. So when you see fat loss, 25 pounds, they're going to probably want to see some type of cardio in there. So put that in there when one of your circuits, higher reps as well, 10 plus reps. I would also even put in there, I like to challenge my clients to do a Zoom workout with me or Instagram live workout with me for free on Sundays to increase that NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, to get another day in there. That's not technically NEAT, I know, but I want to encourage my clients to work out more. So we're going to be doing 10 plus reps. We're going to be doing 3 sets per circuit. We started out with a dumbbell chest press, cable row, and a plank. 15 reps for the press, 15 for the row, 30 seconds for the plank. Then I'll put some type of asterisk with the plank. And then in the email, I'll write trainer engagement. And what that means is clients doing a plank, I'm going to have my foot and they have to touch my foot. Or maybe I roll them a ball. or I have them lift their foot up and I'm getting engaged, they want to see that you're going to take control of the situation. The difference between a great trainer and a shitty trainer is going to just have 6 weeks of different workouts. Random workouts give you random results. I love Soul Cycle and CrossFit and TRX and this class, but you're not getting results because you're not consistent. Megan, she's one of our interns, she's an instructor down here in San Diego. She's a soccer player. I want you to think about if she was a coach, what do you think she would have you do? Balance on a Bosu ball? No. She's going to have you get better at playing soccer. She's going to see what you can do, assess, and then you're going to do more of that. And that's what we need to do with the program. So you're going to take that day, and you're going to put that day down here, and you're just going to move around the core circuits. So we did chest press, row and a plank, round 1. Add weight, chest press, cable row, plank. That's going to be 12 reps. Then we're going to drop the weight and go a little lighter for 20 reps. After those 3 sets are done, you move to the next one. We're going to do a landmine press. I think that's most appropriate, and you could even put in parentheses there, better than military press, because this is bringing your humerus up to 180 degrees, and if there's shoulder pain or impingement, it's not optimal. Half split stance landmine, maybe we're at, that's 90, maybe 110, 120 degrees. That's a lot more shoulder friendly. But just because you do the exercise doesn't mean it's going to be right. You as the coach need to look at form and make sure we're driving with the elbow and not leaning over and going by the trap. So I'm walking around, I'm getting engaged with my client. So it's okay to put some notes at the bottom as well. Every set I like to get engaged. Every set I like to spot. Every set I'm going to be checking out certain landmarks, their ankle, their knee, their foot, head, whatever. Show that you are getting engaged. The tenets that we teach at Show Up Fitness, say their name at least 3 times, get engaged as a trainer and show them a new exercise. So right here, a landmine press into a dumbbell row into a payloft. Same rep scheme as the one prior. For the 3rd circuit, we're going to do push-ups into Aussies, into Jazz's favorite tricep exercise. So the client's going to be like, what the hell is that? They're going to get all excited, and then I bet you the manager will be like, what's Jazz's favorite tricep exercise? Now you got them hooked. So I start out in a half push-up position isometrically for 5 seconds. Then we run across the gym and do some tricep extensions. Then we run back and do them over here. I'm on stage when you're at Lifetime. I want people to be checking me out. I want clients and other members to be like, shit, that trainer has energy and they're fun. That's how you're going to build a big book of business in the big corporate gyms. So that would be day 1. So what I would do for the 2nd week, I'm going to do lower pull and lower again in a second. But I'm going to take that first circuit and I'm just going to manipulate it around in the 2nd one. So we're going to do landmine first into a cable row into half kneeling paylofts. So I'm not going to put in a whole new spectrum of exercises. That's where trainers get in trouble. We're doing a TRX row, dumbbell row, Aussie, pull-ups. Then we don't do that exercise for another 5 weeks. So I'm doing the landmine. Now, Jazz, do you think I'm going to be using heavier weight or lighter weight than the first time?
Heavier.
Why?
Because they've already done the movement, so they're comfortable, a little more comfortable with it.
So you have the neurological aspect. So they've done it before. They're going to get better at doing it. But also, this is number 2 here. It's going to be number 1 here. So maybe the first week you started out with the bar, and then you did a 5 and a 10. This week, you can still start out with the bar, but you'd go to a 10 the 2nd set, and then you go to 15 or 20 in the 3rd. In that last rep, I'm going to hold there. I'm going to move the landmine around to challenge my client's core. So that would be the first circuit for 3 rounds. The second one, I'm going to take that dumbbell press now, and I'm going to do a single arm dumbbell press. So it's pretty much the same exercise, but here it's bilateral. Now we're doing unilateral. So we did a cable row. Here we're doing a cable row. So now we're going to do a variant of a pronated row, dumbbell. Pronated row. And then we're going to add in a side plank. And the 3rd circuit, we have push-ups, Aussies, and the client for the first one. So here we're going to do push-ups again, walking. And then we do the Aussies again. and then we'll do a bicycle kick ab. Or maybe we're gonna do this on the next one, but so that would be the progression. The third week, we're gonna do push-ups first. Banded. So you see what I'm doing from this first workout, the template. I'm moving number 3 and moving it to the third one for the third week. Number 2 moves up to number 1. We're just moving that main core pattern. The fourth week, we're gonna do landmine again first. And this is where you can get creative. So your client's done the landmine now 3 times. I know you're thinking, they're gonna get bored. Your clients will never get bored if you're a smart trainer or if they're getting results, but we're both. And so here's the first time they do it, boom, 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 3 times, awesome. The second time they do it, boom, 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 hold at the top. Trainer moves it around, that's different. The third time they do it, boom, boom, boom for 10, boom, boom, boom for 10, come back, press for 10 more. Nice job. The fourth time we do it, boom, boom, boom for 10, boom, boom, boom for 10. Now we squat for 10, hold it at the top, close your eyes. Resist, resist, resist. Still the same pattern. I can add value within that exercise. Your insecurity is what's going to screw you up as a trainer. But my clients want to have fun. No one wants to fucking have fun. I don't know where that came from. You gotta have fun when you work out. No, people want results. But great trainers can have fun within the workout. I'm not saying we're just doing squats, deadlifts, and bench press for the rest of your life. We can add creativity to those exercises and movements. So you would just repeat that for the 6 weeks. Change up the accessory. And that's going to be whatever the client wants. A bicep curl, tricep cardio, whatever, it doesn't matter. Focus on force production. Right around week 5, maybe we start doing 12, 8, 15. So it's showing that you're going a little heavier. Maybe you do 4 sets. So you'd put into the program right around 5 and 6, because after a month, they're stronger, they have the foundation, you can start doing more volume. So I would definitely label that into your program. So day 2, we got our goblet bicep curl. What's your favorite type of cardio?
I hate cardio. We could do jumping jacks.
Good, JJ. So we do our goblets into a bicep curl into 20 seconds of jumping jacks. Don't go crazy on the first round. Just see how your client responds. We don't want to annihilate them. So then we do our second one. We have a goblet pattern there, which is a squat. What do you want to do second?
We could do a landmine RDL.
Okay. RDL. RDL on the landmine. I like that one because it really grooves the pattern. Squeeze the glute to the top. Good. Nice neutral chin. Back. Proud chest. Show me your emblem. Under Armour. I want to see your Under Armour. Don't want to be here. So proud chest, rhomboids, the scapula down and back. That's how we're going to teach. We don't bend butt back. Squat pattern. We have a bicep here, so let's do push-ups. That's fine. Again, we're going to put an asterisk on here. Maybe put 2. Going to see if the client's sore. If the client's sore, I'm not going to do a tricep exercise. Just by putting these little asterisks on here, the hiring manager will be like, okay, they know what they're doing. Because that manager that's too much. But if you put an asterisk there and you explain why they're going to like that. And then we do a isolated glute exercise, abductions. So we want to do large muscles first, proximal to distal, multi to single. So this will be a single jointed glute specific exercise. What do you want to do third, Jazz?
Step-ups.
Unilateral step-ups. And then we do triceps. And then we do Bosu ball. Yeah! Bosu ball steps. Gotta smile when you do these. You gotta bounce on over it. Ooh, we're having fun today. Your clients like that shit. That's where you can have fun. The accessory stuff. Don't let the accessory stuff take over for the development of tension throughout the workout. Awesome workout. We're doing a warm-up you'd put in there at the front. Every time we're gonna do rhomboid activations, we're gonna do YTAs, we're gonna do a hip scour test to make sure that they can move properly. I really like to do side band walks to make sure that we're activated in all planes of motion. Stuff like that in the beginning for the warm-up they're gonna love. At the end, we're gonna stretch or walk for 5 or 10 minutes. So then for the second week, we got 6 workouts for the day 1. Day 2, we got the lower one. So what would you do for the next one? No, for this example, to put it into the second week.
I'd probably switch the RDL with that first.
Good. So you'd move this RDL. So a hinge pattern. Let's do a hip thrust. That's our first one. 2, we're going to do back squat. 3, we do side step up. And then do a pull-up if you feel like it's appropriate, a band pull. You can still do back stuff even though you did it on this day. It's body weight, it'll be fine. You can do unilateral, put your cardio in there. So then the third week, you start out with back squat, you go to hip thrust, and then you do an RDL. The 4th week, hip thrust, start out, back squat into goblets. The 5th week, we're gonna do loaded step-ups into bridges, into goblets. The 6th week, we're gonna do, maybe you wanna incorporate a superset in there, and you could put your 4th asterisk. After 1 month, I wanna begin to incorporate supersets. My client's gonna do a jump properly, and then we're gonna go into a hip thrust. Put that superset into weeks 5 or 6. They're gonna like those progressions. So we just finished our leg day. Now for a pull, we're gonna do, what do you want to do first?
Table row.
Row. We want to do a bridge press and maybe a rotating T. Shoulder isolation. One day I'll do more cardio specific. One day I'll do more resistance. So you just be consistent throughout the workout. 2, if we did a row, it's all pull. So let's see chin up. Asterisk number 5. If client can, if the screen is appropriate, if the physical therapist said it's appropriate, if they're not morbidly obese, 25 pounds they want to lose, they didn't say that they're overweight or obese. So if I felt like it was appropriate to do an eccentric chin up, I would, or I would do an assisted pull-up machine or whatever. You're clarifying that. And then we're going to do cable press into a seal walk. Put a couple names that they've never seen. What's a seal walk? You got little rollers on there and you walk across the gym floor. And then 3, we're doing pull, so we do our Aussies into an A, which will be we're going to do push-ups, into game. Asterisk number 7, the game. What is the game? We're going to do a plank on one side of the gym, and then together we're going to go run to the treadmill and walk in an incline for 15 calories, and then come back and hold and do that for 5 minutes. Show some creativity there. Do the same exact for the rest of them. Bring your Aussies up and so forth. So day 1, focus on push. Day 2, focus on legs. Day 3, focus on pull. You can still put the other ones in there, but we're changing the emphasis for the first exercise. Now for the lower one on the last day, you can get as creative as you want. Maybe you just want to make it a Metcon style. So you do a leg into cardio into an ab. That would be okay if you felt like it was appropriate. They just want to make sure that you have some systems behind your programming. We did goblet, RDL, step-ups here. You can just move the step-ups up first. So step up into triceps, into clams. 2, you could do all unilateral here. We are going to do reverse lunge. We're going to do biceps. And then we're going to do jump rope. And 3, we're going to do, what are we going to do here? We'll do bridge. A, we'll do abs. And then B, ski erg. And then 4, we're going to do goblet challenge. So what we have, finished up the patterns. We have a squat pattern, a hinge pattern, and unilateral. We're gonna throw in, I know that all lifetimes have ski ergs, so put that in there. Ski erg for 100 meters, back into the bridge, into the abs. We put a parentheses, Metcon of the week. And then I'm gonna do a PR challenge. So now the manager's gonna look at this, so you just design this out for your 6 weeks. It's gonna take you some time, have fun. But this is the template. So you have your push day, your lower day, your pull day, your lower day. You're hitting each muscle twice per week. You have some thought behind it. You have explanations with the asterisks. You clear everything up with the first paragraph, making sure they've been screened, their PAR-Q is completed, they don't have a medical history. You're clarifying that the goal is fat loss and that they're maybe a little overweight to obese. You did a shoulder screen, you did a hip scour, they're ready to go. I'm ready to regress if there's any pain. I absolutely will not push through pain. And this is what your program would look like. Any questions? Nope. You're going to learn all this and more when you show up. We're in person. We have instructors at each location. We got Professor Max behind you. We have Megan down here in San Diego. We got Mr. Gaines as well as Barack in West Hollywood. And we have Thomas. He's our instructor in Santa Monica. If you can't come to the 2-month internship, that's all right. We got weekend seminars. Every month, we will have them going back and forth as we get to Texas, as we get to Tennessee, as we get to New York. And we're also online. If you have any questions, shoot us a DM, comment below. Make sure to follow us. And remember, listen to people who have big biceps. You got to listen to that right there. Woo!